Greetings, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and I want to welcome you to my new Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast series. We have been overwhelmed with the responses that people have shared from listening to these messages on my SiriusXM show over the years. Those listeners, and they're sharing my show with their network, telling people about it, telling their family members, their friends, and their coworkers about this show and the impact it's having on their lives. That's the main reason that this show is now #1 for self-help in America, and I'm very grateful. Yet, we realize that many people do not have satellite radio and therefore could not experience for themselves the message. They could not get it for themselves. So we are now sharing these messages with everyone via this new podcast. Enjoy it and share it with your network. And let's help even more people to do more, be more, and achieve more. Tell everybody so that they can live a Wealthy Ways life as well. Welcome to the new Willie Jolley Wealthy Ways podcast. And remember, your best is yet to come.
Named one of the outstanding 5 speakers in the world.
Inducted into the Speaker Hall of Fame.
Award-winning singer.
Best-selling author.
And now, here's Willie Jolley.
Are you tired of crying and complaining? Tired of feeling like life don't treat you fair? Do you see so many others moving on while you're steady going nowhere? Have you maybe come to the conclusion that there's nothing at all that you can do? Well, just look in any mirror and you'll see who is really truly stopping you. My mind. It's up to every one of us to take charge of our life and to make it what we want. If you think that it takes too much time, think again, 'cause I'm telling you it don't. The fact is, it only takes a minute to make up your mind that now is your time to make your run. It only takes a minute, 60 seconds to begin to decide to win. Just get it on. Just get it on.
And here we are, Dr. Willie Jolley, coming to you in another week of power to help you to grow and go to the next level. You know you have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon you, can't refuse it. You didn't seek it, you didn't choose it, but it's up to you to use it. You must suffer if you lose it. Give account if you abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but an eternity is in it. Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Willie Jolley coming to you in a new show, a new idea, a new format to help you to grow and go to the next level. I am excited about another opportunity to be on the air across the country, across the globe now, with XM sharing a message of possibility thinking and sharing how you can transform your thinking, transform your future, and transform your finances. The Healthy, Wealthy Ways Show, and I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you for all of you who stopped me as I come to your city with the Get Motivated Tour. Many of you know I replaced Zig Ziglar on the Get Motivated Tour about a year ago, and I've been coming to so many cities, and so many of you have come up to me and said, I love this show. You got the best and the greatest guests in the world. I say, you know what? I am so grateful that I have had friends who I can call to be on this show who have made this show the #1 self-help show in America. So thank you to all my great guests and to all of you listeners who continue to do a couple things. One, you listen. Then you do something I've been encouraging and thankful for is you tell your friends about it. You tell friends that listen to the Willie Jolley Show on the weekends, on Saturday, on Monday mornings at 8, or Tuesday evenings at 6, and on Wednesday mornings at 11. So thank you. Now, you know I start every show by giving God glory, giving him praise, because I am grateful, not just for the radio and the television and the books and the speaking, but for life and strength and health. And so when you've got that, you are a blessed person, and I am blessed and grateful every single solitary day, and I'm grateful for another opportunity to be in the land of the living. Well, today, I got another one of those great guests. That's right, one of those great guests who I am grateful. We've been friends probably for close to 30 years. I mean, and when I think about that, it's amazing because he knew me before I became a professional speaker. He knew me when I was still in the music industry, and he has continued to be in the music industry, but beyond that, he's beyond music now. He is an incredible guy. Let me give you a little bit. He's a modern day Renaissance man. He is a television star with the star of the Bravo's Thicker Than Water show, reality show. He offers powerful motivation and practical tools to empower readers with his new book. He's a pastor, a pilot, a motivational speaker, and he's the godfather of gospel jazz in the world. I mean, this guy has done it and continues to do it. He's won every kind of music award there is to win. He has spoken, he has helped people, he has grown people. And look, when I went on his website and started reading about all the incredible things, and I've known him for 30 years, I didn't know all the things he has done. He pilots his own fleet of planes, not one plane, but multiple planes. And now with this new reality show, he has become a television star. So, ladies and gentlemen, he has a new book out, and he's my dear friend, Ben Tankard. Ben, are you there?
Hey, Will, how you doing, my friend?
Oh, man, I am grateful and blessed and glad to have you on the air with me today. I mean, you are just incredible, man. You've been doing some great things. But you know, many people know you for your gospel jazz, and you've got a new, not only book, but a new album, Mercy, Mercy, and it is off the chain. Man, it's incredible. And so I'm just grateful. I gave them the thumbnail sketch of who Ben Tankard is. Why don't you tell us a little more about who you are, where you came from, and all the above?
Well, man, I'm praying I can keep up with you and live up to this big introduction you're giving me. But I'm honored to be your friend. We have been friends since Jesus Christ was in diapers, man.
That's the truth. That's the truth. We met at the Gospel Music Association at least 30 years or more ago. I was trying to become a inspirational singer, and he was starting his rise up the ladder, and you saw him there. He's first of all, he's 6'5", so you can't miss him. But he was always such a gentle guy. But I'm telling you, let's talk about where you came from and how you got to this point now.
Well, where I met you, I was fresh out of the NBA with an injury. I came up in Central Florida in a very, very poor environment. 6'6", in fact. I was 6'6" by the time I was in the 6th grade, Will.
Wow.
So you can imagine being 18 inches taller than everybody in the class. People would be coming up to me and saying, hey, how many years did you stay back? I'm like, give me a break. I'm not dumb. I'm just tall. And so here I am, in a poor environment. My family didn't have much. They loved God, but we just didn't have anything, man. And 6'6" in the 6th grade, everybody begins to say, man, hey, you've got to play ball, man. You're so tall. You got to play ball. That's going to be your way out of the ghetto. Mm-hmm. And so I listened to that. And and you probably teach this in your lessons and your motivational speeches. You can become a product of what you hear all the time.
That's right.
Right or wrong.
That's right.
Right or wrong.
That's right. Right.
And so here I am, the number one tuba player in the nation by the time I graduate from high school. My love is actually for music and to be a tuba player, but I'm playing basketball just to keep people from talking about me because I'm so tall. So I get ready to graduate from high school, and I've got 35 scholarship offers for band, which is what I really want to do. That's my heart. But then I also had 35 scholarship offers or 30 scholarship offers for basketball.
Wow.
And so I asked my folks, I said, Mom and Dad, I got this opportunity to, to get these scholarships. Which one should I take? You know, and my dad says, son, listen, who's going to call you into the studio to cut some tuba tracks on their album? And I said, well, Mom, what do you think? I wanted to take the dance scholarship. I turned to her and said, Mom, what do you think? She said, I never forget it, man. She was old, and she looked up in those hazel eyes at me, and she said, son, we're black, you're tall. We're poor, play ball.
That's funny.
So with the word from both parents encouraging me to play ball, I put the tuba down and pursued the basketball. I went to college on a scholarship, dropped out after 1 year to go pro.
You were going to go pro?
And, yeah, I went go pro, and I had opportunity to play minor league, and that would earn me $75,000 for just one summer of playing basketball. I quit college to go after the money, brother.
Yes.
Because I knew there would be an opportunity to even make $500,000 as a guard for the Portland Trail Blazers if I can just get through this workout.
Right.
So after minor league, I had the opportunity to go work out with the Blazers, Portland Trail Blazers, and if I can just get through this camp and stay healthy, Jack Ramsey, the coach, promised that he could put me out there to have an opportunity to join the team and come off the bench behind Clyde the Glide Drexler if I get through this combine. But I didn't get through it. I got injured, and they cut me because there were other people that looked just like me, just as talented, that were healthy, that were waiting to walk on.
Wow.
And so that was my big crossroads in life. That was the moment, Will. That was the moment. Here I am, no education, a messed up knee, no contract. I decided to go to church. And I didn't go to church because I loved God. I went to church because it was a week revival going on in my city where I lived in Alabama at the time. And I figured they would have some chicken dinner. And I went to get a chicken sandwich and messed around and got saved. And I had an opportunity to come up to the altar and the minister prayed for my hands and said, man, sit down to the piano. I think God has a new destiny for you. That's the word he used.
Wow.
Destiny. And I sat down and I put my hands on those keys, and I don't know where it came from, but I began to play the first time I ever played like a professional jazz musician, like Herbie Hancock, Chick Corea, Dave Grusin. I'm talking about developed gift. And I'm like, man, was this in me the whole time, or did God give it to me right now? But if it was in me the whole time, of course, I wouldn't have known it because I was chasing a basketball.
Right. Well, folks, that's the impetus of the story, and it's a great story, and it's a true setback is a setup for a comeback story. As many of you know, I wrote that book, but here's what is the key, is that he took that gifting that he got from that moment, and he developed it. But not only that, he developed an entrepreneurial mindset. And he created an entrepreneurial vision for his future. And we're going to talk about how you can turn your setbacks into comebacks, how you can use your gifts to turn the problems into possibilities, and how you can create a lifestyle that lives what you want to live in the way you want to live. Because he has a beautiful home, beautiful family, television, fleet of planes, and is living his dreams. But it wasn't because he did nothing. It's because he did something. And he's going to tell you, when we come back after this break, he's going to tell you what he did and how you can do the same things to transform your future and go from the low places where you have a blown out knee to become one of the greatest jazz gospel personalities on the planet. My friend Ben Tankard, he's going to be right back, and I want you to call Lottie, Dottie, and everybody and tell them to turn on the radio because Dr. Willie Jolley's on, and for sure, your best is yet to come. We'll be right back.
What good is a friend if you cannot depend on them?
Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and if you're enjoying this information you're hearing on this podcast, I want to invite you to get even more great information on my new free gift page on my website. Go to wjspeaks.com and hit the All Access badge. On that page, you will find information and resources specifically designed to help you to have greater success. Free ebooks, music, all sorts of interesting and informational interviews for my XM show. I'm telling you, this is a great page. And why do I do it? Because I've learned that the more we give, the more we get. And the more we help other people to grow and go to the next level, the more we receive in our business. So we want to help you. Tell your friends about it. Go to Facebook and get my information. Go to my website, get my free resources, and get on wjspeaks.com and hit that All Access badge. It looks like a backstage pass. Click it. You'll get behind the scenes information to the special page to help you grow. All we want in return, all we ask is that you pass it on, because the more you give, the more you get. This is Dr. Willie Jolley. Have a great day. One 8-letter word that has such a big impact on your success or your failure. Attitude, not just about a disposition, but also about how you see the world, how you see life. Do you see it from a negative perspective, or do you see it from a positive perspective? It's your choice. It's about your attitude. See, my friend Keith Harrell wrote a book called Attitude is Everything, and he wasn't lying. Attitude truly is everything. It's about how you view things, how you perceive things, and how you go after things. Can you control the time? No. Can you control the weather? No. Can you control what other people say or do? No. You can only control you and your attitude. And your attitude to life determines your altitude in life. It's about your attitude. And we're back. You're listening to Dr. Willie Jolley across America on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Way Show. Thank you, everybody, for visiting my website at williejolly.com or just wjspeaks.com, signing up for the newsletter so you can get these tips that I send out every week from these interviews from the best and brightest people on the planet. I take notes. As you are taking notes, hopefully you're taking notes, but if you're not, I take the notes for you and I send them out every week, the lessons I learned from these great interviews. And let me tell you, today's interview is one that I am so excited. This guy is busy. He's a television personality. He's got his music is on Sirius XM all over the place. He's also a pastor. He's a motivational speaker. And then he's one of the most in-demand jazz musicians, jazz gospel musicians on the planet. He flies his plane to his engagements and then flies back so he could do his television. I don't know how he does all of this, but we'll talk about it. But he has been able to do it. He has a new book called The Full Tank Life. Fuel your dreams, ignite your destiny. The one and only Ben Tankard. Ben, so good to have you, my friend.
Man, I'm so excited to be with you. And then I was just sharing before the break how, I discovered this gift to play keyboard, and that was 30 years ago, but now I look back, I'm just so thankful because I've had 15 gold, 6 platinum records, 14 Stellar Awards, 8 Dove nominations, 3 Grammy nominations, Soul Train Award nomination, and I don't even read music, man. It was all just self-taught, God-given, and I found that gift and I developed it, and that's what I put in the book.
That's a big one. Now that's a big one. You found the gift. Okay, the gift was given to my God-given, but you worked on developing it. You didn't just let it sit, nor did you just say, "Okay, I'm good enough." You keep working on it. I mean, to this day. So let's talk about some of the things you talk about in this new book about how you came to the thinking and the thought processes to take this gift and create a enterprise that would support your family and give you a lifestyle that's pretty nice. I mean, you got a pretty nice lifestyle. So let's talk about what you did to do this.
Well, for many of your listeners, I can hear their thinkers just kind of going off because everyone wants it right now. Everyone wants to be excited, happy, motivated, wealthy, healthy, satisfied. I think many of them have already discovered what their gift is or their passion. But unfortunately, sometimes your passion doesn't feed you.
That's right. That's right.
Sometimes at first, in the early stages, your passion needs to be fed.
Yes.
And then once it grows up, it can turn around and feed you back. That's that's the way it was with me.
Wow.
When I first started, I had this jazz gift. I took gospel songs and played them in a jazz style. This is 30 years ago. Nobody cared but me. The jazz people said I was too gospel. The gospel folks said I was too jazzy. So nobody cared at first but me. But I had to get another job to keep food on the table while I was waiting on this music gift to take off. And that job was dog catcher. I moved back home to Florida, and I became a dog catcher. Yes, Ben Tankard, Grammy nominee. It used to be a dog catcher with a Jerry curl. So lesson number one, don't despise small beginnings.
Don't despise.
Don't feel bad if you have to do something that's totally legal and out of your field to keep eating while you're waiting on your passion to feed you.
Wow, man. Now, look, folks, I don't know if you got that. That is such a your passion needs to be fed. You got to develop that gift. And if you develop it, it can then feed you. This is powerful. Then you find you get
so here I am catching dogs. And I still got this music in my heart, but nobody wants me to pay me for what I love yet. So I'm on my lunch break, Willie Jolley. You're going to laugh about this.
Okay.
I'm on my lunch break, and I pull into a music store that sells pianos and organs. And I walk into this music store with my dog-catching uniform on, with the dog truck outside with some dogs in it. And I'm on my lunch break, and I don't have the money to buy a piano or organ, but I go into this music store every day on my lunch break and play around on the keyboards and test them out.
Yes.
It doesn't cost anything to test drive.
Right.
And so while I'm in there playing one day, this other lady that was shopping for a piano, she hears me playing, and she tells the store owner, hey, I'll take the piano that the dog catcher is playing. And she buys the keyboard.
What?
and so the store owner comes over and says, hey, can you come back and play tomorrow? I said, heck yeah. So I came back the next day, and I'm playing another keyboard, different customer, same response. Hey, I like what I'm hearing. I'll buy the organ that the dog catcher's playing. And so this happened over and over. So one day the store owner said, Ben, every time you put your hands on the keys, somebody buys the keyboard. I don't think they're buying the keyboard. I think they're buying the dog catcher's sound.
Wow.
He goes, how much do you get paid to catch dogs anyway? I said, I get $980 a month. He goes, how much would I need to pay you for you to quit catching dogs and you come in here and be a full-time keyboard demonstrator?
Wow.
I said, are you kidding? $979.99. And so he hired me on the spot. This is 1986, 87, man. He hired me on the spot to become a keyboard demonstrator. Now I get paid to do something that I was doing for free.
Wow.
And so I called the dog pound. I hate to admit it now. I'm repenting before you as my brother in the Lord. I hate to admit it, but Willie Jolley, I didn't even go back to the dog pound to quit. I called him on the phone. I said, hey, this Tank, I quit. I'm a mail you my uniform. Come get your dog truck. It's sitting outside. It got 4 puppies in it.
Oh, Lord.
And that was my first music job. So here I
Wow.
am. Now, catch this principle. Here I am wanting to be a recording artist, but I'm a dog catcher, but there's music still in my heart.
Yes.
So I take the next move by at least hanging around music. Then I get the opportunity to play music for free on a lower level as a demonstrator. But because I'm working at the music store, I'm able to purchase equipment half off with my
Wow.
employee discount. So that's how I'm able to develop a home studio because I work at the music store. And through developing the home studio, I was able to get the equipment to record my own first record, which I sold out of the trunk of my car.
Hello.
Which got me to Nashville, where I met you.
That's
30 years
right.
ago.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And you were selling that CD back, your CDs back then, and you were doing.
No, that was a cassette.
I mean,
brother.
cassette,
That was
right?
free
That's
CD.
right. Free CD. That was cassette. You're right about that. It was cassette.
So when you met me, I had just mailed back my dog catching uniform.
When I read that in the book, it was so hilarious yet so profound that you tell this story. And what I love about this, you tell the story so people can really appreciate that you don't have to have a golden ticket. You don't have to have a crystal staircase to ascend to high heights. You just got to be willing to have faith, and you got to be willing to work hard and think big. And folks, that's what I love about it.
You said it, Will. And and now here I am with a mansion, 13,000 square foot mansion in Tennessee, a beach house in Florida, a vacation home in Atlanta, 8 cars, 2 airplanes, all these awards, good friends like Willie Jolley. If I had to talk to people and tell them what I could do differently over the last 30 years that I didn't do, it would be this. Don't despise where you are. Just enjoy the ride.
I love it. Don't despise where you are. Enjoy the ride. Well, folks,
it's not all about the pound cake when you get to grandmama's house. It's the ride there.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let me tell you, folks, a couple things in this book that started when I started reading it, I couldn't put it down. In fact, I want to tell people real quick that this book is called The Full Tank Life, Ben Tankard, and it's about his journey, also the lessons he's learned and the principles that he has instilled in his children and his life that are profound principles that take discipline. They take discipline. One of the principles I really like a lot, Ben, is your daily routine, because everybody should have a daily routine. Your daily routine involves praise in the morning and working on your body. Give us those steps, please.
Well, I did a study of successful people, which includes yourself.
Yes.
And successful people, even though they're different in different genres and different types of work that they do, the thing that connects you guys is many of you get more accomplished before 8 in the morning than other people get accomplished all day. Mm-hmm. So I came up with this thing called Self-Aligned by 7:59. And these are 4 or 5 things that you do before 7:59. If you do them, then you will command your day. First, when you get up in the morning, you no longer are going to begin your day with social media.
Nope.
You do not begin the day with your phone or email or text because you will be beginning the day at somebody else's tempo.
Right.
You start the day with appreciation. Once your feet hit the floor, you pray and praise. Then you exercise and eat. You might need to go to the gym, get away from the home, exercise and eat. Then you read and reflect. Sit down and read a book. Don't bring your cell phone, your iPad into this meditation corner. This is a quiet place with just you and your creator. Read and reflect. And then lastly, you dream and direct. That means you write out your goals and you direct the movie of your life. I call it the high five of goal setting, which means that if you look at your hand and you have 5 fingers on it, then you should look at each finger and you should be able to identify, if somebody talk to you, you should be able to identify in 5 minutes what you're going to be doing in your life in the next 5 hours, 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months, and 5 years. If you don't know that, then you don't know you enough.
Whew. Hold that thought for a second. We'll be right back on the Willie Jolley Wealthy Way Show. Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and for years I've told people that in order to have a greater life, it starts by having greater individual days. If you have a great day and you repeat that great day 7 times, you've had a great week. And you repeat that week 4 times, you've had a greater month. And then repeat that month 12 times, you've had a greater year, and you're on your way to a greater life. And it starts with that individual day. I recommend you start each day with something powerful. I call it the pure, the powerful, and the positive. Rather than starting your day with bad news, how many people got killed or how many children got snatched or how many fires there were, I recommend you start your day with something to inspire and empower and encourage you to make this day a great day. We're excited to announce the start of Jolley TV on my Facebook page. Go to Willie Jolley, Willie.Jolley on Facebook. Just go to Willie.Jolley on Facebook and get ready for a great day and a great life. Have a great day on purpose. And we're back. I am talking to my friend Ben Tankard, and I hope you're getting this. I am taking notes. He just told you that there was 4 things you need to do every day. Start your day with praise. Pray and praise. I do that every day. Every day before I get out of bed, I take my phone off and I pray. I read scripture. I read a proverb every morning. Plus I read scripture every day. Then I pray. Take time for that before I do anything. Before I turn on the television, hear all the bad news, how many people got killed, how many fires there were, how bad the economy is, what somebody said. I do that before I do anything. Then I go and exercise. I go work out every day, whether I'm on the road or wherever. Then I eat something, and then you're absolutely right. Read and reflect. I sit down and I read something positive, something that's going to help me to think big, listen big, dream big, and then I reflect. And one of the things I also do is I read and I put resources in and reflect about what I want to go, and then dream and direct. Direct your day where you want to go. If you don't direct your day, somebody else is going to take control of your day. I love that. I think this is profound.
And you know, people who don't write out their goals get to work for the people that do.
Come on now. Woo, I love that. People who don't write out their goals get to work for the people who do. Well, you've been able to do it. Now, how did you develop the entrepreneurial mindset? That's the thing that has been just intriguing to me, because your parents weren't entrepreneurs, were they?
No, and you know, I just kind of picked it up along the way, and what I realized that nobody is going to give me anything, you know, and we got the presidential race going on, and you know, I always say this when people ask me about politics. You know, I am a Republican by tax bracket. I'm a Democrat by race, but I have an independent spirit.
Come on, somebody.
and the one thing I learned coming up, you know, because I'm 52 years old, and I've been through 5 presidents from my childhood, at least 5 presidents. So yes. My family has seen Democrats and seen Republicans in office. And the thing that was consistent with my family, with all the presidents, is that my family found a way to be broke with all of them.
So how did you become an entrepreneur coming from a house? Because, you know, being an entrepreneur is someone who, let me folks define what entrepreneurism is. It's someone who designs and determines their destiny. And that's what I like about this book. It talks about destiny, but you defined and determine your destiny. How'd you get the mindset, though? You were a dog catcher who started playing music, look, you were a basketball player who blew out his knee. You became a dog catcher. You started playing music because God blessed you, but you worked on it. And how did you get the entrepreneurial mindset now that you have created record labels, you've created all sorts of businesses, you've got business units, you got television? I mean, what created the entrepreneur?
What I learned was, I made that determination, and the reason I used the presidential example is I said, you know something, if you can be broke with any president, you should be able to be rich with any president.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And I found out that I wasn't going to be rich just working on a job.
Okay, got it.
Everybody has something that they can sell, whether it be a service or product, that will take them to the next tax bracket.
Okay, stop right there. That's a big point. Big point. Sell. Because many people have a problem with thinking selling is bad. They think that the word sales, I'm in sales, is a bad thing, which is a mistake. And so I believe that everybody who's successful sells something, whether it's a successful parent sells their values on their children, a preacher sells the gospel on his parishioners, a husband sells his thinking, or a wife sells her thinking on their mate. We all sell something, but if you don't sell, you cannot succeed in this business environment. So I love the fact that you talked about you got to sell. You got to sell something.
Well, let me make it easy for people that are in the workforce that don't believe they can sell. You're already doing it. You're selling your time for a certain amount per hour.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So you're already a salesman.
That's right.
So if you want to go to another level, you're just going to have to sell something more than your time. And what I did was I just decided to just open up a different business for each desire that I had. Okay, I want a big house, so I need a business that'll pay for the house. I like cars, so I need to open up another business to get the car that I want. If and you probably think like this too, Will. If I'm looking past my normal budget and I want to buy something that's just a toy for myself, I said, if I want this motorcycle, it's going to cost $20,000. That's what 2,000 CDs sold at $10.
Right.
So how many events would I need to book to be able to sell 2,000 CDs? And you look at it from that standpoint, the possibilities are just open. I thought I was doing a whole lot till I met this guy named Mr. Wilson, who owns the airport in Memphis. I flew over there to speak to the Memphis Grizzlies, and at the time I was complaining about my schedule. Somebody said, "Tank, how you doing?" And I would respond, "Man, I'm just doing too much. I got 5 cities in 2 days. I'm doing these concerts. I'm trying to speak for the NBA. I'm trying to pastor this church. I'm trying to raise my family, trying to do this reality TV. Man, I'm the tiredest man in the world." And now here I am complaining about what really you would look at as a blessing,
yes,
a heavy schedule. And so when I walked into this private airport, it was made up like $1 million home. I was so amazed, and I'm from the woods. I'm from the country, man, so I'm not used to nothing. So the lady saw me. I'm standing around like, dang, it's tied up for her. It is tied up for her. And the lady said, "Sir, may I help you?" I said, "Well, I really like the airport. What's this picture on the wall?" It was a white gentleman on the wall, and he was standing in front of the Holiday Inn. I said, "Who's this guy on the wall?" She said, "Oh, Wilson. He owns this airport, Wilson Air." I said, "Well, that makes sense, Mr. Wilson, Wilson Air. But how come he's standing in front of a Holiday Inn? Seems like he would be able to afford a better hotel than Holiday Inn." She said, "Sir, he owns the Holiday Inn, all 1,700 locations."
Wow!
I'm like, oh my God! It would be great one day to meet Mr. Wilson. Right when I said that, somebody tapped me on my shoulder, and I looked around. Guess who it was?
Wow!
It was Mr. Wilson.
Really?
So I got to chatting with him, and I was able to ask him. I said, "Mr. Wilson, man, how do you handle, 1,700 locations, with this hotel and having an airport, man? What an entrepreneur!" I had an opportunity to ask this man something. What an entrepreneur! How do you do it, though, man? He said, "Ben, that's just 2 businesses. My family owns 53."
Wow!
So just when you think you are overloaded and you're doing something, the Creator puts you into the presence and to relationship with somebody that's doing everything at a bigger level. That way, whatever you think is hard for you doesn't seem hard anymore. That's how the universe works.
That's the truth. Man, this is awesome. This is, folks, I hope y'all are enjoying this as much as I'm enjoying it. I'm taking notes here. Don't complain about God blessing you with a busy schedule. Don't complain about it. Be grateful that you're busy, because other people are twiddling their thumbs. But it's a mindset. Again, it's a mindset. And that's why Ben Tankard has become a worldwide phenomenon, because he has a mindset that says, I am blessed, and I'm going to take every blessing and use it to the fullest extent. I think I read on your Wikipedia page, you said that that someone said that they quoted you as saying, "I've looked at mentors and mentors who've impacted my life." His friend Joel Osteen has impacted his life. Bishop T.D. Jakes has impacted his life. Oprah Winfrey has impacted his life. Tyler Perry has impacted Ben's life. People who are mentors. Talk about the relationship of a mentor and how it has impacted your thinking.
Mentorship is the shortcut to greatness. it's the shortcut to greatness. A mentor has already been where you're going. You know, have you ever been headed to a store and you got there just as they closed, and there was somebody coming away from the door, and on the way back they said, "Man, don't even walk up there. They're already closed."
Yes.
I mean, that's a shortcut. You don't have to take the walk. But some folks will still go up to the door and pull on it and check it because they just won't believe the person that just came from that direction.
Right.
Well, a mentor is somebody that has already come from that direction, and they can instruct you so it saves you some steps.
Yes. Yes. Folks, that's profound right there. I tell people in my speeches there are two ways to get to your goal: mentors and mistakes. Now, both of them will get you there. One just gets you there with less headache, heartache, and knots upside your head. Amen?
Amen.
That's the truth. So again, before we go further, I got to do it right now because we got to go and break in in about a minute and a half. Tell me, where can people get this book? Where can they get the book? Where can they get the book? The Full Tank Life. Where can they get the book?
Man, I am so blessed to be on the same publishing house, Hachette Faith Words, as Joel Osteen, Bishop T.D. Jakes, and Joyce Meyer. So anywhere you see those guys, you should see me. But if you don't want to go to the store, you don't want to go to Barnes & Noble and Books A Million and all these places or Walmart, you can just go online to The Full Tank Life or FullTankLife.com and order from any of those major vendors.
Okay, Full Tank like a gas tank, Full Tank Life.
FullTankLife.com or TheFullTankLife.com. You know, we've all been driving down the street and the low fuel light came on.
Yes.
And you know, when that low fuel light comes on, that changes your ride, don't it? There are three types of people. The type A person will speed up because they figure they can outrun the tank and get to where they're going before they run out of gas. The type B person will slow down because they want to stretch the gas.
Right.
I'm type C. I'll pull over and get a full tank.
There you go. You know, I love how you talk in your book about your father. You said your father would take y'all out for rides, and you sometimes ride when he go get $5 worth of gas because you'd say, "Why don't you fill it up?" He said, "We can't quite afford to fill it up." He said, "But one of these days we're going to be able to fill it up." Went to Disney World, and y'all filled it up, and y'all enjoyed life. And he said, you made a point of saying in that point, "I'm going to live a full tank life the rest of my life. I'm going to work hard to be able to one day do that." And that's what I love about this book. He talks about his ups, his downs, his good, his bad. What I really appreciated, you know, I tell people one of the things that changed my life. I went to a seminar one time, and first guy got up, he talked about how great his life was, how great his family was, everything was perfect, and I was taking notes because I wanted to have that kind of life. But the next guy got up and talked about how he struggled, how things were difficult, how he's had some setbacks, and how he's had some situations and circumstances that were tough. And yet, through faith and working hard and an expectation of good to come and some principles, he was able to make it through the tough times, even with his foibles and problems. I love that guy. His name was Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, and we became friends. I don't remember the first guy's name because I couldn't relate to him, but I became friends with Dennis Kimbrough because I was that guy. You know, not perfect, not having it all together, messing up, making mistakes, and yet I learned through them. And so when I read this book, The Full Tank Life, you expose those kind of things, your challenges in marriage, your challenges with growing up, your being a dog catcher, but you did not hide that so that people could be encouraged that no matter where they are, they can turn it around. We're going to come right back.
I used to be the biggest loser in the room. You can really learn from somebody who lost as much as I did, man. You know, even my imaginary friends was mean.
We're going to come right back with Ben Tankard. This is Dr. Willie Jolley, and for sure, your best is yet to come.
On my dreams, and overcame my fear of heights.
Hi, this is Dr. Willie Jolley, and people often ask, how did I go from a broke, busted nightclub singer to become a best-selling author and to be voted one of the outstanding 5 speakers in the world by the 175,000 members of Toastmasters International? The answer is that I decided to invest and change my thinking, invest in my mindset, and decided to change my inputs because inputs determine outputs. I heard about a seminar years ago when I was just getting started. I was making about $100 a speech. And I heard this seminar that was creating millionaires, and it cost $10,000, but the guy was getting results. I didn't have that kind of money, but I decided to borrow it because I learned that there's a price for success, the price of college, the price of going to school, the price of education. And there's a price for success, and then there's a cost for not paying the price, the cost of staying the same. And that cost is greater than the price. It's too expensive. And so I went and it changed my life. And I came back and quickly made $100,000. I heard a similar story from Dr. Dave Martin, how he went to a success rally, heard a speaker who inspired him. He and his friends said, wow, that's changed my life. The speaker had a package of materials to help build wealth. The package cost $1,500. And that was all the money Dr. Dave had to his name. Dr. Dave's friend asked, do you think this stuff is worth it? Dr. Dave thought for a moment. He said, I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it. But I do know that I'm worth it. I'm worth it. He invested that money in that package and used the materials to grow his thinking. He grew his mindset. He shared how that $1,500 investment has gone on to generate millions in revenues. He's a multimillionaire. And he has homes now in Arizona and Florida. I want to say to you, it's time to invest in you. I want to give you some materials that will help you, grow your mindset, grow your future, grow your finances. Go to wjspeaks.com/billionaire. wjspeaks.com/billionaire to get some materials that will inspire your success and will help you find that there's a price for success, but there's a cost for not paying the price. And the cost is always greater than the price. Go to wjspeaks.com/billionaire and get the bag, the box, or any of the materials there and keep growing your wealth. And remember, as a man thinketh, so as he is, and your best is yet to come.
Motivated, highly motivated, motivated, gonna take it to the top. Motivated, highly motivated, motivated.
And we're back, Dr. Willie Jolley, with my special guest, the phenomenal, the godfather of gospel jazz in America, around the world, but also the host of the Bravo television show and a reality show, the author of a new book, The Full Tank Life, the one and only Ben Tankard. Ben, before I go any further, you've got this, I don't know what to call this CD package, but it is phenomenal. I mean, I can't call it a CD because there are 3 CDs in this package. I hit them up. There's a free ebook. There's pictures in here about your family. It talks about the television show. This is a phenomenal piece of packaging, and it's you produced it. It's your imprint is on here. Your beautiful bride is on the back with you. Man, what is this? This is phenomenal.
It's called Consolidation of my last 3 CDs because my airplane can't take all that weight of every album. That is my special on-the-road package that we package. You can go to my website, bentanker.org, or Amazon, or any of the retailers and buy any of my last 25 recordings over the last 25 years. But I put my last 3 CDs and the bio stuff in one package because in a small airplane you can't take every CD and 100 of each because you go over the weight category.
Well, let me tell you, folks, this is a phenomenal package. And then I put it on. It doesn't just look good. When I put on Mercy, Mercy, oh my God, Mercy, Mercy, Mercy was off the chain. If you like jazz, you know, some people I might not know about Ben Tankard. I don't know who might not, but let's assume that somebody said, listening to Willie Jolley, who's a jazz aficionado, but didn't know about Ben Tankard. I don't know how you wouldn't, but if you did, you will love this CD. I played.
Well, you know, people have heard me, Will, and didn't even know they was hearing me. They all the Yolanda Adams CDs, my music is in the background. My music on the Weather Channel, XM Radio. You know, so I'm not offended if people have not heard the name Ben Tankard. In fact, I start my concerts off and I'll say, you know, who here has never heard of Ben Tankard? Usually half the hands go up, so it's 1,000 hands up, and I'll say, all right, we even. I never heard you either.
So now you've got the book, you've got the CDs, you've got the TV show, you've got the family, you've got all of these business units. If you were standing in, I always like to ask my guests, you were standing in a college class of college students and they want to know how to be successful. Give us the things you would just give them. 1, 2, 3. Here's what you need to do.
Here's my 30-second elevator pitch on how to find your success. You find your success first by finding your purpose. You can find your purpose in 60 seconds. Looking at your left hand, look inside your left hand and imagine that you see all the things that make you tick. The stuff that you love. You know, I love music. I love motivation, inspiring people, making people laugh. So that goes in my left hand. Then in my right hand, you should see all the things that make you ticked, make you mad, make you angry. So I cannot stand poverty. I cannot stand divorce. I've been through it twice. I cannot stand poverty. I've had 3 homes repossessed, 6 cars repossessed. I've had my parents to die. So death, sickness, depression, poverty, I hate all those things. That's in my right hand. So in my left hand is those things that motivate me, that I love, that makes me tick. In my right hand are those things that make me tick. So when I clap my hands, right there in the middle of what you hate and what you love, that's where you find your purpose.
Come on, somebody. Woo! That is the best way I've ever heard it. Because I tell people it's either the things that you love or the things you hate. I hate mediocrity. If somebody comes up to me at a 7-Eleven, I'm going to give them a seminar asking for money. I'm going to give them a seminar and say, why are you settling for pennies when you could have dollars? I hate mediocrity. I hate for people to not. I say you asked me, you can talk. You've got some skills. And I had one guy in my first book, It Only Takes a Minute to Change Your Life, who would wash my window at the gas station, named Bobby. Every time he'd come, I say, Bobby, you got greater things inside of you. Come on, Bobby, you can do more. Well, Bobby finally listened, started a little hot dog stand, and now Bobby is one of the chief architects of the hot dog business in Washington, D.C., has built a multi-unit organization because he just got encouraged. And so that's exactly right. You want to find those things that you love or you hate, and you'll find your purpose. Oh, man, that's good. That is good, Ben. That is good. Well, you got this CD. It's awesome. Folks, people can get the CD on your website. Where can they get that?
Same place they find the book. Books A Million, Walmart, Target, all those places. Or if you just want to order it online, just go to Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com. It's everywhere that the book will be sold.
Full Tank 2.0, Ben Tankard, 3 CDs, and it is awesome. And I mean, you're doing so many things. So you found your purpose. That's the first thing you tell kids in a college class. What else should they do? Do
not give up. Do not despise small beginnings. Guess what? Big doors swing on small hinges. So little things are good. You know, oftentimes people get discouraged and they don't understand that it's all about staying in the game. It's important what your environment is too, because your environment will change you before you change it. I put in the book that there's 2 types of people. Those are people that are thermometers that will tell you the temperature, and then there's the thermostat people that will actually change the environment for you. You know, when I started learning how to fly an airplane, the first thing they taught us, Willie, is the 4 laws of flight: lift, thrust, weight, and drag. And they're self-explanatory. Lift lifts you up, thrust you forward, weight weighs you down, drag pulls you back. But that's not just the 4 forces of flight. That's also the 4 forces of life, because everything and every person in your life is going to fit in one of those 4 categories. Every person is either going to lift you up, thrust you forward, weigh you down, or pull you back. So you determine that you need the thrusters and the lifters in your life, and the weight and drags can stay home.
Woo! If you're going to fly, you got to have lift, thrust, and then you got to be careful of the weight and the drag. And folks,
right? Weight and drag is not all bad, because when you get ready to land, weight works for you.
Right.
You know, if you want to come down, just give up. You don't need no power.
But you got to be careful of it. So you got to be careful of it. You got to know it, and you got to be careful of it. But you got to have that lift and thrust, or you ain't going nowhere. And that's the kind of people you want. Wow.
I've taken 3,000 flights in my career. I got over 3,000 hours as a pilot, and I've flown small planes, medium-sized planes, big planes, and commercial airplanes. And the thing that's consistent with every flight that I've taken, Will, is that every flight has had some turbulence. That's just part of it. The only way to really avoid turbulence is to not fly at all. What I'm saying is you're going to have some problems. You're going to have some obstacles no matter what job you take. College students that are trying to figure out what major, don't try to pick something that's not going to have any challenge, because everything you pick is going to have challenges. Everything you pick is going to have challenges. But I would tell you this. Don't despite the big obstacles. You know, they told David that the Goliath was too big, you know, to whip. David processed it differently and said, "What are you talking about? He's too big to miss."
That's right, right.
I don't believe Goliath was sent to take David out and kill David. I believe Goliath was sent to make David famous.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. I love this thinking. Well, we've got about a minute and a half left. Closing thoughts as we talk about this book and where people can get it, as well as the principles that will change people's lives through it. You have done a tremendous job from where you were, and I just looked at you over the years. I've always applauded, even when we were both building our businesses. I always said, I got Ben Tankard is some kind of guy, and I've always been impressed with your work ethic and your diligence. And so tell people again where they can get in touch with you if they want to reach you, have you come to a concert for their church or for their organization, or have you come give a speech. Tell them where they can reach you.
All my social media is at Ben Tankard. Our website is bentankard.org. That's BENTANKARD. And then you can, of course, Google my name. And then my website for the book is thefulltanklife.com. My closing remarks would be, no voice is stronger than your own voice. Your future only hears your voice. The only question is, what is your future hearing come out of your mouth? I look in the mirror every single day and I say, I'm quick, I'm sharp, I'm gifted, I'm smart, I'm pretty good looking, healthy, wealthy, and wise.
I love it. And that's why he is Ben Tankard. Folks, he's my friend. I'm grateful for your friendship. Folks, I encourage you to go to fulltanklife.org or thefulltanklife.com. Either one, you find him, get his book, get the CD, get his materials, and when he comes to your city to play, come and hear his music, his speaking, his humor. He's got it all. He's my friend, and I'm grateful for him. And God bless you and your beautiful wife, Jewel. And I look forward. We've done a couple events together. We're going to do more together. I'm thinking now how we can do some big things together. I mean, we're already starting to think right now how we can do some stuff. So God bless you. And folks, I want to thank y'all for listening this week. And I look forward to hearing you, you coming back and hearing us and you staying connected. But hearing from you, email us, Willie at williejolly.com, info at williejolly.com, or just go to wjspeaks.com. Get our free resources. We got an all-access badge. If you'll just hit that all-access badge, you'll get free resources to my materials and my programs. And finally, remember, for sure, your best is yet to come. Have a great week on purpose, and may God richly bless you and your family. Have a great day. Bye.
Are you tired of crying and complaining? Tired of feeling like life don't treat you fair? Do you see so many others moving on while you're steady going nowhere? Have you maybe come to the conclusion that there's nothing at all that you can do? Well, just look in any mirror and you'll see who is really truly stopping you. My mind. It's up to every one of us to take charge of our life and to make it what we want. If you think that it takes too much time, think again, 'cause I'm telling you it don't. The fact is, it only takes a minute to make up your mind, and now is your time to make your run. It only takes a minute, 60 seconds to begin to decide to win. Just get it on. Just get it on. Start it off by checking.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.